as you'll see in our video, we're having 4 different modifications of Surya Namaskar A. We're going to start at the easiest and work our way up. Please, as always, this is your practice. Do what feels good in your body. Secondly, if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Thirdly, if it feels great, stay in the pose longer. Surya Namaskar A with modifications. Feet are hips width apart, hands by the sides, spine long. Inhale to reach up overhead. Exhale, palms pressed together, coming down the central channel to the earth. Knees are bent, head and hands are heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to lower. Planting the hands, we'll step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, release the knees. Inhale here. Exhale to the earth. Hands slide under the shoulders. Inhale, light on the fingertips. Let the heart shine. Exhale to release down. Hands slide back as we press back to child's pose. So you just saw the first video. Hopefully it went well. What we did there, we came down the central channel. People with low back issues are a little bit new to the practice. Come down the central channel versus doing the big swan dive that you'll see a lot of your fellow classmates do. The other thing, when we went into forward fold, we bent the knees. Maybe the chest is resting on the thighs, that's okay. If the studio has blocks or props and you know that your hamstrings, the backs of your legs are really, really tight, go ahead, find the chair, find the blocks. What they do is putting the block under the hands or only allowing the hands to come to the seat of the chair allows you to feel that grounding. When we step back to plank, always release the knees, especially if you're new to yoga. You want to release the knees just so you can see how that feels. It might be a completely foreign asana for you. Asana is also pose in basic language. When you release, allow those elbows to graze the side ribs. When we lift up, we're using the back muscles, pressing the heart forward, and then release back to child's pose. Remember, child's pose can have the knees wide or together, hands forward or back by the hips. Always do what's comfortable for you. Surya Namaskar A with modifications. Feet under hips. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, swan dive to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale to the mat, stepping back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower to the earth in one piece, elbows grazing the side ribs. Inhale to rise to cobra. Exhale back, child's pose. Video 2. So instead of coming down the central channel, we did a swan dive, engaging that low back. Second thing in the sequence, notice that we kept the legs straight versus keeping the bend. Even if the legs are straight, we're able to use blocks and chairs to help ground us. For the third one, the plank was knees up versus knees down. Do whatever feels good in your body. The cobra, I made a little bit higher to make it work the back muscles just a little bit more to show you there's differences. We can have low cobra all the way up to a higher cobra. And then of course, child's pose, whatever feels good in your body. Surya Namaskar A. Feet are under the hips, hands by the sides. Inhale to reach to the sky. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the earth as we step back to plank. Inhale to roll forward. Exhale to lower chaturanga, turning to the tops of the feet to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Third video, that is your traditional Surya Namaskar A. Everything from the sun salutation, straight legs, full plank, rolling forward, and exhaling to that chaturanga. The one thing I will say with chaturanga, make sure that you have that strength before you just jump in. In yoga, we don't want our ego to just say, oh, we can do this, we're strong enough. Because if we do that chaturanga incorrectly with misalignment, you're gonna blow your shoulders. That's gonna be a major bummer to hurt your shoulders. I mean, we need those shoulders for everything we do, right? When we reach, petting the dog, all that stuff. And then also the fun thing, up dog. Notice that we're pressing away into the earth with our hands and the tops of our feet. So that takes a lot of strength. Also, it puts a lot of compression on our low back. So be mindful when you're doing that. Maybe it's not going to be in your practice. And then we exhale back, downward facing dog. Surya Namaskar A with a challenge. Feet are under hips, hands by the side. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to the earth, jumping back to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last but not least, the fourth and final video is exactly the same as the traditional Surya Namaskar A in the third video. However, notice what we did was we cut something out, right? We went straight from forward fold, jumping back to chaturanga. Again, I'm gonna have that word of caution. Don't let your ego get in the way, because guess what? When we jump back to chaturanga, that's taking a lot on our shoulders. So from chaturanga, we just released back to downward facing dog. So please be mindful in your practice, play around. Remember, practice is a practice. It's not that there's no final test in yoga. So be mindful, have fun, and see you on your mat.